Hello, dear students. You must have been preparing for your class 10th exams. Board exams are around the corner. So are the 12th. They are also preparing for their board exams. And it's not very far away. I think you have worked really hard. And I would say here some tips, useful tips for you. And the tips that I'll be sharing with you, some of them will be very general, and some of them will be very specific, and they'll be specific to how to prepare social science, right, or how to score better in social science. So as we have seen, as a teacher, I have always found, whenever we do the evaluation of copies, we find that children, they write answers to the questions that are there in the question paper, and sometimes they are not able to understand the questions properly. They write a different answer to that question. So the most important tip would be to read the questions very carefully. And sometimes a question has two three parts, right? So children have to be very careful. They have to read the question paper. They have to analyze the question uh, by reading the questions very carefully. They have to see what the question is actually demanding, right? If we fail to do that, then probably we won't be able to write correct answers. As far as preparation for social science is concerned, I would say throughout the year there would be one reason for you to be successful or to score well in social science, or just as for other subjects also. Discipline is the most important thing. Discipline and regularity. If you are regular in your studies, if you're disciplined and avoid casual approach, obviously you are going to break the board exams. And I would also say that children should prepare from NCRT books. Okay, whatever they have learned, whatever they are going to learn, or they are going to revise, they should always refer to NCRT books. Suppose right now, if I talk about number of chapters which are coming in the social science examination for the board exams, we should always see, first of all, we should begin with the syllabus. We have to check out once again the syllabus, and we have to see what are the topics, what are the subtopics. Like in every chapter, you would see, take example of history book only, you would find that a chapter consists of sections and subsections. So you got to see whether you understood every aspect of every section or not. Okay, so you should see that these sections, if suppose they're not clear to you, you got to read them, reread them, and make some notes yourself. That would help you understand. Like, you can check yourself also by preparing some self notes, and you should also check it whether the answer written by you uh, is as per the demands of the questions or not. So you got to go through the topic, you got to go through the subtopics also very carefully. And also you should see, uh, sometimes when we are preparing from a sample paper also, we have to see uh, one thing very importantly, that how we are, whether we are able to complete the question paper or one sample paper. First sample, suppose you start with one sample paper first, and you should see whether you are able to complete answering the questions that are there in the question paper within the stipulated period of time or not. So important thing is time management. So time management is very crucial. And I've seen that students in the board exam answer sheets, uh, the questions whose answers they know, they write it in elaborative manner. Fine, that is good, but for writing extra, you are not going to get extra marks. So you should see whether you are justifying with the questions or not. The answers that you are writing for the questions that are there in the question paper, whether you are doing full justice to it or not. Basically, it is all about understanding the demands of the question. If we are able to do that, and then obviously we'll be able to solve the question paper within the given time period, within the stipulated time period. So time management is very important during the exam time also, and before the exam time. Like this is the crucial time. I mean, throughout the year, how you're prepared. I mean, the culmination of all your hard work will be seen on the day of exam. So you should see that uh, time management, yes, as I said, is very crucial. And the questions whose answers they should be attempted. As traditionally it is said also that you should solve those questions first, and then those questions which you know a little less. But since you must have been preparing very well throughout the year um, for your board exams, and you should also be very careful about the fact that uh, no topic should be left out. Each and every topic should be covered. So as I said, for that you have to see the syllabus, right? See the outline of the chapter, and whichever sample paper you are using. I'm not going to name any sample paper, any publication company here. All I'm saying is that you should check your answers with the things that are written there in the NCERT book. I mean, you should correlate it with NCERT. And I would also say that for scoring better in social science, those who are hoping to do extremely well in the social science examination, because their preparation is good. If their preparation is good, obviously they'll get it. But for extra marks, we need to keep ourselves updated. We need to keep abreast with the latest developments that are taking place in the country, because we know in the question paper there are some high order thinking skill questions also. There is certain percentage of questions which are high order thinking skill questions. So that will, I mean, whether you will be able to answer those questions or not will depend on how much uh, you know um current affairs knowledge you have. So it's very important to read newspaper, and we should also, as a political science student, uh, see the parliament sessions. We should take out some time to see and understand the major developments that are happening in the country as well as in the world. Okay, and you should also take care of one thing, that the answers that you are writing in the examination copy, they should be neatly written. And no if you do cutting also of a word, then you should not cut it in a rough manner. You should just simply draw a line across that word that is wrongly written. Plus you can also highlight the important points that you have written in your answer. Okay, but too much of highlighting, that is also bad. So this is very important. And another thing I would say, that the word limit for every question. Like if the question is of 3 marks, generally the word limit is 60 to 80 words. So you have to stick to the word limits. As I said before also, that writing extra would not carry you extra marks, and that will ultimately result in wastage of time, and then you will end up leaving some questions out, and you won't be able to attempt all the questions. So time management, again, as I said before also, is a very important thing. And yes, the notes that you have prepared and sample papers from which you have to prepare, plus you have to correlate with the NCERT. You have to read the chapter. If you have some confusions, you just got to reread the chapter, reread that particular section which is creating some doubts. And last but not the least, if your preparations are good, obviously you'll be confident, you'll be able to face the board exams in a more confident manner. And as our Prime Minister also has rightly called you all people exam warriors. Yes, I also believe that you all are exam warriors. And as you are prepared well for your exams, you will definitely do better, that I hope. And just these things that I'm talking about, the tips that I'm giving you, you should keep in mind. And as I was talking about the last point, which is also a general point for all other subjects as well, that is not to get panicked, because many of our students on the day of exam, they get panicked, right? Once you get panicked, then you won't be able to concentrate, right? You won't be able to write uh, good answer or correct answer. You won't be able to do justice to your questions. Okay, so you don't have to lose the balance of your mind. You have to remain calm, composed. Plus you should every day also take out some time to meditate, so that you increase your concentration power. And also one more thing, that sometimes when we try too hard, then results might be counterproductive. So you got to keep it simple also. You have to stick to the basics, and the same is true for all other subjects as well. And another thing I would say, in social science we have map skill based questions. See, they are quite scoring, so you got to practice them, right? If you practice them, obviously, and if you like, if I say that first of all, any point that you are going to locate on the outline map of India or world, uh, it is in class 10th, it is the outline map of India only that you're either supposed to locate on, or you might be asked to, you will be asked to. There are two types of map questions. One is for identification, the other one is for locating. So what do you have to do? There might be some error in locating the place exactly at its place where it is supposed to be, but the state should be correct. So whichever point you are going to locate it on the map, you should first of all remember or learn the state. Like suppose if I say, where is uh, Nahar Katia, right? Then you must know in which state it is. It is in the state of Assam, and you will locate it. So there can be minor error, but that is okay, no problem. But the state field should be correct. Okay, math skills, as I said, that they are quite scoring. And we know that there are source based questions also in the board exams. Source based questions, sometimes the questions that are asked, the answers are not like, you don't look for answers there in some ready made form. You got to understand the content, right? And after understanding the content only, then you are supposed to write the answer in your own words. It is not like cutting and pasting the answer, right? So this is the thing. I mean, this is how we are going to crack the social science board exams. And if you have any questions to ask, you please write in the comment box. I will definitely come up with another video to make you understand. Uh, so I, in the end, wish you all the good luck for your board exams, and definitely you are going to do well in your exams. So I'll come up with more interesting videos. Bye bye till then. Thank you.